Optimized transmission started tweet, and we are live, people.
We are live.
We are live. We got energy in the field, or on the set, whatever this is.
The set? Yeah.
The set. Come on, bring the energy in, boys. Come on, we're live. We haven't done this in a while.
I am currently present.
Hello, and welcome back to the Area Nerdy One Talk Show. I am Matt.
I am Jimmy.
And I'm Jarrett, and welcome to the Area 91 compound deep under the Navarro Desert.
Don't you ever
Area 51.
Don't you ever bow off screen in the middle of a sentence. Don't ever do that again.
I'll never do that again.
So,
I won't ever do that.
this guy. This is why we made him a treasurer, right? This is why he's not even supposed to be. Why is he on the show?
Because I've been embezzling funds for years, and you have to keep me on.
Because he's been a good.
We had this talk. We had this talk last night, Jimmy. We had this talk.
We had this talk that if Jarrett didn't throw some shade in the chat, then we were going to disown him. Yeah, and he didn't.
And I've stopped sexually harassing you.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
Get a little.
You know what's funny? I could edit the screen right now. Well, maybe I should just cut out a little bit on that right side of the screen there. Maybe just take.
You can't mute me. You can't silence me.
I don't have to silence you. I can just cut you out of the picture.
You can't cut this out.
Oh, yeah.
But what you can't cut out is actually
everybody watching live. Hey, welcome to the Area Nerdy One Talk Show. I'm Matt.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Jarrett.
Yep, Jarrett's not there.
But somebody that we can't cut out is our sponsor, which is Big Nerd Coffee Company.
Hell yeah.
You know, if you want to join the fight against corporate coffee, you could do it with them one cup at a time. They have great tasting flavors, and of course, Krampus. Krampus is coming to town. It's dark, It's moody, and it starts my day off right.
Oh wow!
Dude, yeah, they're a local coffee company, locally owned and operated in Elmira, New York. You can check them out on Facebook at Big Nerd Coffee Company on Facebook. That's their only site at this point. They are working on it. But they are great. What is it, Matt? What?
I was just pointing at their logo. I'm pointing at their logo. It's right over there. Hold on.
Okay.
There it is.
Yes.
Cool.
And of course, they're also on Instagram now. A Big Nerd Coffee Company. Give their pictures a like. They I didn't know this, but they also do food, which is really good. They have great
croissants.
Choices. Yeah. I had everything bagels from them, and I hate when everything goes all over the place. But what they do is they spread the cream cheese, and then they put all the seasonings and seeds on the inside.
Oh,
so you get all the
code on that shit.
Yeah, you got all the flavor, but you get none of the mess.
Haha.
Jimmy, you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that I'm a big coffee guy. All right.
Yeah.
And so me being a nerd and a coffee guy, I really wish I was in Elmira, New York right now, because then I would have a big old cup of this big nerd coffee.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So add a +1 Constitution to your day, and either stop by Big Nerd Coffee Company or order them online. Check out the new Krampus limited edition
seasonal blend.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
And get some Big Nerd Coffee cups and T-shirts on your Christmas list. Otherwise, Krampus will be coming to town.
Thank you, Big Nerd Coffee.
Thank you, Big Nerd Coffee. But we got to get into the show because we have a lot to talk about today.
Do we? Do we?
Oh, we always do. The nerdosphere is always and ever expanding.
Because it's the holiday season.
The holiday season.
You know what?
Wait. That's trademark. We can't. That's all.
Yeah, we're on YouTube too, so obviously we're gonna get marked anyway. But hey, it's funny that I'm watching our frame rates and it's perfect right now at 60 frames. Yeah. Whenever we do it we were doing our stream last night. We were at 30 and it was still glitchy. So this is actually quite amazing that this is going very smoothly right now.
All right, excellent. So
smooth and steady.
All right, Jared. Yeah, you had something you wanted to kick us off with.
We're gonna kick off. I mean, what better way to start the holidays off is with some, surprise gifts. When you're opening up your gifts on the holiday season, and the surprise family member comes in, like Uncle George, who was an arsonist who got out of prison by tunneling his way through a giant mole, and then decided to burn down half the country and start that giant wildfire in Australia. And then he shows up, and then you're like, I'm the one that snitched at you and got you arrested. And it's just
I don't know where you're going.
Where'd you go? Anyway,
that's my second family.
Okay, so
but
okay.
anyway,
okay.
The best thing I think of when I think of great surprises on TV shows and movies are cameos. Cameos are tons of fun. Especially the ones you don't always get at first.
Okay.
But I'm going to start off with one of my favorite cameos, which is in Game of Thrones season 6.
God.
I think I know who you're gonna say, but
yeah. So, when Arya is in Bravos and she's working for the Faceless Men, and she sees the acting troupe go through. Guess who are the minstrels on the top of the stage?
It's not the drummer from Coldplay. He was one of the minstrels in the Red Wedding.
At the Red Wedding, and I was going to go with that one, but I like this one a little bit more.
What's that?
I like that one a little. I think I know who it is.
It's of Monsters and Men.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I didn't know who it was.
Oh, you didn't know who it was?
It was okay. So I thought you were going to say Lord Huron because I know that's your favorite band.
Oh no, I would. If they were on Game of Thrones, I probably would never shut up about it. That would be my Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he brought it up. He fucking brought it up.
But that was a good cameo because the camera only lingers on them for a little bit. That's what a good cameo should be. It's
not a ton, not a ton of screen time, but enough to be like, hey, look, it's what's his name or her name. I get that.
Yeah, it's not an Ed Sheeran fucking cameo.
Oh, that's not even a cameo, dude. That was like a fill-in. That was literally just a fill-in.
Of course, I love the story that Maisie Williams is a huge Ed Sheeran fan. They didn't tell her he was on set until that day, and she showed up, and there was Ed Sheeran. So that's
funny.
I don't like Ed Sheeran. I don't like any of his songs. I don't like.
Wow.
It might just be my really dark personality, but it's just. This is my 2 cents.
There goes our fan base. It's gone.
We were shooting at the moon, and then we fell right back down.
Every single person watching was like, "Oh wait, I love Ed Sheeran." Delete.
Ed Sheeran's like one of our biggest fans. He goes, "Oh no."
He's the other guy watching.
Closes his laptop for a day and cries himself.
Starts crying.
He has terrible music.
Throws his guitar across the room. I'm done with music.
Okay, you want me to tell mine next?
Yeah.
Okay, so my first one really isn't a cameo because they didn't get the actual guy. You guys know Tony Jaa, martial arts star. Okay, fine, Matt, go watch a movie once in your life. So, so basically, he started this movie called The Protector. Okay. In the United States, it's called The Protector, and so this guy Tony Jaa is an amazing stuntman and martial artist. And these early movies, he really, really showcases his talents. It's like no wire work, no CGI, etc. It's amazing. He's pulling off these awesome stunts. And, naturally, Jackie Chan's his idol, as Jackie Chan is everybody's idol. So at the beginning of this movie, Tony Jaa, he's walking through the airport. He bumps into a guy. Boom, they turn around, like they square up. It's Jackie Chan. And they're like, sorry, and they take their stuff and they walk away. Now the guy wasn't actually Jackie Chan; it was a lookalike, but it's still super hilarious.
It's kind of fun.
So my real favorite cameo for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Just in the first Zoolander movie.
Okay.
So for some reason, Derek Zoolander's at that party in the beginning, and he's going around saying hi to people, and he's like, "Hey, Billy Zane, how's it going?" He's like, "Derek, when are you gonna get that new look coming out?" And then, Hansel and Zoolander start squaring up, and Billy Zane, stands behind Derek Zoolander. And
Billy Zane is just amazing.
And they're, squaring off, and Hansel is like, "I've got no problem with you, Billy Zane. Back off." And for some reason, that line just gets me every time. "I got no problem with you, Billy Zane."
Or Billy Zane. I like Billy Zane. He's a good guy.
He's like, it's a walk off. It's a walk off, people.
It's a walk off. That's also a really good cameo where it's just like they're just or like the Hasselhoff and the SpongeBob movie. It's just
oh my God,
weird placement of people.
That's a random one right there. Oh my God.
Yeah. What's your Matt? Do you have one off the top of your head?
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so you guys all know about the Tim Burton Batman from the early '80s, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you remember that scene when they're in the newsroom and he goes, Knox, I got something for you. He hands him a picture and he shows a picture of that bat that has the suit on with the wings. Do you know that was Bob Kane?
That was Bob Kane.
That was Bob Kane.
Look up the picture on Google right now of the bat that he drew, and you'll see at the bottom it says Bob Kane, and then the next scene it's Bob Kane himself.
Not Bob Ross. Are you kidding me?
Bob Kane.
I know.
Oh, you typed Bob Ross?
Oh, it's him right there. He's actually in the movie. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Look at the picture. It's signed by Bob Kane.
It's like it looks like Man Bat too.
Oh,
That's a good cameo.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh wow, and then I have a second one too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
The second one is from Vikings. They had Edge from the WWE as a well, it wasn't really much of a cameo, but he actually had a full role for about 2 seasons there.
He was what's his face, Flat Nose, right?
Yes, he was the king of Iceland, basically.
Yeah, he goes nanners and
yeah, his whole family does. Their whole family after the whole massacre of the other family. Which, spoiler alert, if anybody who hasn't seen it yet, which by now you should have, because if you're gonna be watching Valhalla coming to Netflix soon, you gotta watch it.
Spoiler alert: Vikings likes to off characters for no reason whatsoever.
Yep. Well, I mean,
like even worse than Game of Thrones. They just like
yeah.
Well,
they just do it.
Well, you know that like when we the first season of Vikings, they were actually going to get rid of Travis Fimmel or at Ragnar, like in general, they were going to kill him off the first season.
Was it going to be during the when was it going to be during the duel or?
I don't know. They just said that it was after the first season they were going to kill him off, and then all of a sudden they started to realize how much of a character he started building up. Now the thing is, we've had this conversation before about Vikings, and I'm sorry to go down a tangent about this because I feel like I have to talk about it now. But
all right, get off your chest, man. We're here to talk.
Can we just talk about how like the show got way too personal in the later seasons? Like it was more like, let's bring the drama in between the people instead of like what's actually going on. Because like in the beginning, it was all about exploring, seeing the new lands and the new
and invading and getting the lands. Yeah.
And it was like, then all of a sudden the last freaking episode pissed me off. The whole idea
I haven't seen the last couple seasons, but I'm like on season 5. I'm halfway through season 5, and it is so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Season 5 was very boring.
Struggling through it.
Yeah. It's hard to describe why Vikings is bad. The production quality is pretty immaculate, but
the acting's really good.
Yeah.
I think that was it. I think they wanted to bring in as many actors as they could to make it like, oh, hey, this, because they had a hockey player that was in there for a while too, and he was one of the Jarls that actually got his head cut off.
Yeah.
Well, I think Vikings kind of had like a template to work off of, which was Game of Thrones, and as Game of Thrones was winding down, that quality went down as well.
Oh yeah.
So Vikings was kind of like, I feel like at that time the big fantasy genre show was Vikings, because Game of Thrones really was going downhill. Especially, I think Vikings last season came out before Game of Thrones' last season, right?
I think it came out
before. I think it was before, but like people like kind of understood that Game of Thrones was dipping in quality, especially after season 6. So Vikings was the show to watch, essentially, and I think that was just too much pressure because they were going off of Game of Thrones.
You know what? Go over and watch Last Kingdom. It's honestly superior in my opinion.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I do have one cameo left.
Okay.
Matt, I think you're really gonna like this one.
Oh, I hope so.
Okay. We're all big fans of Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh my God, I know what you're gonna do. I know.
Pappy McBoyle.
Yeah.
Guess who that is?
He's the guy with the bird under his hat, right?
Yeah. He's in 2 episodes at the wedding.
Yeah, and the courtroom.
In the courtroom.
Yeah.
Guess who that is?
I have no idea.
That's Guillermo del Toro.
Are you?
I'm not shitting you. That's Guillermo del Toro.
I love
favorite town director is Pappy McBoyle.
Oh
the guy who pretty much sired the entire incestuous clan.
That is him.
Dude, I always love the scene when they're like, okay, so after the whole heist incident, when they heist him up at the bar, and he's like, "You're gonna call her." That had me crying.
And there's like more than a little reference that he more than likely ate more than one of his kids that he sired.
Oh, dude.
And like people are just like, Yeah, it's Pappy McBoyle.
What happened to that family in the later seasons, though? Like, you don't really see anything happen about it. Like,
the one brother, the blonde brother, that actor, he's like doing a lot of other stuff.
He was on Westworld. He was pretty awesome on that.
Yeah, and of course you can't always get Guillermo del Toro
right
in there because you kind of got to get the whole family because the brothers work really well off of each other.
Yeah.
So you got to get both of them in there.
dude, It's Always Sunny is a killer show. Anybody looking for a binge watching series that's not so serious, but you want something to like, hey, you know what? I'm bored. Let's just watch this. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I mean, of course, get to the first season. Once you get through the first season, you're good. You're gold.
The first season is actually pretty good. I usually consider that to be one of the better first seasons of television. Yeah. And then when Mac comes out to his father, that episode is one of my more favorite episodes of TV ever. Just like, it's not that funny, but it's really good. It's really good. It's well filmed, it's well acted, and it tries to it's lighthearted, but it knows what it's talking about.
Yeah, they have their sentimental moments, and of course the humor. Like, of course, when Dennis and Dee try to get what is it called? They quit the bars, so they don't want to get a job, so they smoke a bunch of like crack.
How does someone get a bunch of crack? Grow up, we need buddies to pay our hookers. Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude! Or when they go try out for the Eagles.
Yeah. My favorite part is during the wedding scene where the brothers meet up and like the one's wearing a mustache and like they're looking at each other. It's like an intense moment. He goes, "Who's this guy? We need to talk."
I think my favorite part of all time I've seen so far is just the scene in the restaurant where they're staring at each other.
Oh god, yeah.
That scene was perfect. The way Charlie Day kind of like looks at him but moves around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking right at him. Charlie's looking right at me. Oh my god, yeah.
All right. Hey Matt.
Yeah.
I think I've got you a Christmas present for this year. I sent you a picture of it. I want you to pull it up. Merry Christmas.
Let me hold on. I gotta get to the Gen chat here. I'm sorry, people. Actually, hold on. I can't pull it up.
No, this isn't. No.
It's okay. It's on the live feed. What? Is it a hookah?
Yes.
It's a hookah.
Merry Christmas, Matt. Yeah. So I've decided it's going to be a new tradition of mine that while I'm out Christmas shopping, I'm actually going to find the present that is like the worst possible present to get you guys. And this one is for you, Matt.
This has me beat for what I do. You know what I usually do for Christmas?
What?
I write it like to whoever, and then I say from a certain celebrity. So each year it's something different. But this one, that kills it. Wow.
I feel like this works on several levels. The fact that Matt doesn't actually rip lettuce isn't even chief among them. So, first of all, it's a glass. For those of you who aren't,
I do puff cigars though.
That's a glass hookah handmade of like a skeletal dragon. It's like a reject Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like,
really?
No.
Oh, I was like,
not really.
Really?
I think it's fantastic, Jimmy. Thank you very much.
Did you see that though? It's like I play skeletal glass bong dragon.
You mean pot?
So tell me something. You didn't actually buy that, did you?
No.
Oh, thank God. I was like, what am I gonna fucking do with this? I'm just gonna sit on my fucking table. It's like,
first of all,
that's a vase.
It's functionally useless to you because you don't use it. Second of all, it's a spiny glass piece in a house full of dogs, so you're gonna lose that resale value 10 minutes tops.
Yeah. My dogs are fine. They'll smoke with me. They'll smoke with me.
It's so ugly looking too.
You can't even use it as a display piece. Like people are gonna walk into your foyer and be like, "Oh no, I'm not."
This guy's a weed ass.
Guess how much it is?
What?
No, guess.
$200.
$3,000. $6,000?
I give you one more guess.
10,000.
5,000.
got 10,000 guys. It's currently rated online on the website $55,000.
$55,000.
Is it made by Bob Ross?
No, it's handmade.
Everything's handmade, technically.
Oh my
If
god!
you really think about it, everything is handmade.
Nope.
Isn't that I saw that with my own two eyeballs while out shopping for Christmas. Isn't that a great, terrible gift, Matt?
That is horrifying.
I think it's a great idea. I think that was a great idea.
I mean, sure, it's like sure I could have paid off your student loans and taken that mortgage off your house, but I decided to get you a bong to rip that sweet lettuce with that you don't.
That's like totally like I'd rather have the money kind of thing.
Not only that, you think about it, that thing's $55,000. Unless you have the most choice lettuce on the planet, it's not going anywhere near that bong.
Yeah, and also like you're not. That's so like complicated. You're not smoking that every day. That's not a bowl or anything.
No.
You're. Also, I would like to comment right now. None of us like this is like we're not lying right now. None of us smoke weed. Like this isn't like.
No, if you couldn't tell,
way too good on us.
I'll piss in a cup right now. Give me a cup, I will pee in it.
The DARE program worked on exactly 3 people, and they're all us. Yeah.
we're the ones that they call up for on the stage to give an example. It's like, okay, I need 3 clean guys. You, and you. And we're like, oh, us? Okay.
One time, my friend offered me a joint, and I stabbed him in the throat.
Don't do drugs.
Because
I'm a man of God.
If you smoke one weed, you're gonna be turning tricks on Las
I will admit, I do puff cigars, but I do not do it often. I only do it when I golf or it's a celebration of some sort. You know, like a baby or a wedding. I golf.
You're sounding like such a bro right now.
Oh my god, you're such a crypto bro.
I've been golfing
NFTs, dude.
I've been golfing for years.
Tell me why your clip art is worth that $3,000 you sunk into it.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Moving on.
So,
you want to take something or?
Yeah. I actually have a really interesting topic I want to talk about. Unless Matt, you have a topic?
No, I was just gonna talk about our Halo stream last night. But if you want to go on with yours first, we can.
Yeah, let's talk about Halo right now.
Well. Last night on Twitch, Jimmy and I went head-to-head in Halo.
Yeah.
And Matt gave me an absolute shellacking, as usual.
It was very different. Yeah, no.
I mean, I wasn't doing as bad, so I'm slowly getting better, which really isn't.
It's the keyboard thing, man. I'm telling you, keyboard over controller any day.
I mean, this is what I'm using.
Yeah,
that's your problem.
Keyboard is always better.
Yeah, Jimmy, look at the score from last night, and you tell me which one was better.
What was the score for me and the viewers? What was the score?
75 to 35.
Are you kidding me? You got shellacked.
I just said that in the beginning.
You got shellacked.
You can't make.
If that was a basketball game, you would have gotten back on your school bus. Your coach would have berated you guys, and you would have gotten home and cried in your pillow because your dad was disappointed in you for the last time.
Yeah, they would have instituted the mercy rules several times over.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah.
It was a fan.
So bad for something I just admitted to.
But you know what?
I absolutely can't because I'm agreeing with you.
It's all right though. It was a fun time. That's all that matters is that we had fun. We even did a duel twice.
What is this, Dragon Tales? No, the object of the game is to win, not
I won, obviously.
I have fun with things. I'm out enjoy things, Matthew.
I haven't felt the sweet taste of joy on my tongue since I was 5 years old.
One day I'll embrace death and I'll enter that endless void, and that's when I'll feel happy.
Okay, so it was a good. We had some good moments, so go check it out on Twitch.
Our Twitch channel, Area Nerdy 1. We will be putting games up there, and hopefully, I know I promised this last month, but this month I'm going to be putting up my Fallout 76 review. It's going to be scathing.
Also, we're also gonna try to stream gaming on Thursday nights. Yes. We talked about this.
And if you guys want to see more reviews, more of our streaming content, please let us know. Either message us or put comment down below. We always read our comments because
They're awesome.
And plus, we always need something to read while we're sitting on the shitter,
That's right.
Sometimes I just scroll through our comments and go,
Hey, that's spam. Great.
Hey, this is a good one.
Should I click on this link? I don't know. Oh, well.
There's a Nigerian prince that needs my help. Yeah.
I can't get you any more flights back from Nigeria. It's just not going to happen. So, what else do you got?
The big thing I really want to talk about is I watched all of the episodes thus far of Wheel of Time.
Is it bad?
It is so fucking bad. Holy shit.
So should I read the books first?
Elaborate.
So, first of all, I'm also coming from the fact I had not read any of the books, but I do know that the fans of the books are ardent fans. The books are very well written. Yeah. The characters are very well done.
Like the top 2 fantasy books that people always rate are Lord of the Rings and then Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
maybe Narnia, but that's a lie.
Okay. If there's a third, it's got to be Game of Thrones on that. Narnia is just Christian propaganda at best, and just a really shitty version of Lord of the Rings at worst.
Okay, but all right. Anyway, short of the fact here, Lord of the Rings, Wheel of Time are always like the top 2. So.
But it's so fucking boring. I gotta be honest with you. I don't even know. Right now, I have no idea what the main characters' names are. I have no idea.
Don't you just love that? Don't you just love that? It's like when you're watching the Polar Express. There's not even a freaking name on it. There's not one name on that movie.
I mean, I guess, but like there, it's kind of the point. Like the kids watching it can like superimpose themselves onto those characters. These characters, what are they?
So, like, So, is it mostly just dialogue or setup or exposition? Is that what they're doing?
All of it.
It's all
of it, all the above. So I gotta be honest with you. I watched this. I even watched the first episode twice. I have no fucking clue what's going on in it. I have no clue. I have no idea. That there's a guy called the Dragon. I don't know if he's dead or alive. I think they're looking for him.
Is he a dragon?
No. There are like beast people, but I'm really confused of where they come from or what they are. I also don't know where anything is. The thing is, Game of Thrones had a large cast of characters, but I knew where everybody was because
Lord of the Rings came with a handy dandy map in the front.
Yeah, Game of Thrones showed you the map at the beginning of every episode. I have no idea where this is. So like, I genuinely don't know what's going on in this show. I have no interest. It's not just boring. Like things can be interesting but not boring, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm just like disinterested in all of it. I really just don't give a shit about any of these characters either. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care.
You know, generally what these things are is they find an audience, and the people who are the fans, they've all read the books already, and then the show is really just the visual reinforcement.
But the thing is, the fans of the books hate the show.
Really? That's bad. Huh?
So, a lot of people, because it's America in 2021, they're pointing like to the diversity of the group.
That makes
no sense. But it does make sense in one aspect.
Okay.
So one of the characters is, even in the books in the show, he's supposed to have a certain look about him because the village he comes from, like they're all supposed to have this very specific look. Okay. Like Northern European, not like they have to be Northern European, but they're supposed to have like a very specific kind of look, and he's just not supposed to really fit in. Mm-hmm. But the village he comes from is like a liberal arts college campus. Like there's everybody there, and then people are like, you don't have like the Two Rivers look. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's literally everybody there. There are Asian people there. There are African Americans there. There are white people. There's like Arabic people there. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's nothing to go with the look.
What's the village called again?
The Two Rivers.
The Two Rivers. You don't have the Two Rivers look. What are you talking about? Look. Zoom in on their cheek. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Made in Two Rivers.
Made in Two Rivers. Yeah, it's like, that's that's the only part of the story that casting probably like everybody the same would have worked out better. Like
in like a scene or two.
Yeah. I usually don't give a shit about like medieval, Westeros in Game of Thrones is very white.
Yeah,
that's kind of
it's super superiorly White.
Yeah, super
It's
white.
aggressively white.
It's aggressively white, which kind of makes sense. It's like a pseudo-European thing. I get that. Like, if you have like a port city in a medieval thing, you could have it be diverse. But like, if it's in the middle of like Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
probably everyone's going to be white, and I get why that would rub people the wrong way. But then like, you diversify everything, which is fine. But then you don't like. But then like a character is supposed to look different. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah,
It's a bad argument, but
they did it well in The Witcher, where they were able to diversify the cast and work it into the story in ways
Yeah.
And then I kind of noticed that in Dune. Dune is kind of cool because Dune is in the far, far flung future, and like reading the book, I'm like 3/4 of the way through it, and like the object of race doesn't come up at all.
Yeah,
like race is basically what planet they're on.
Mm-hmm.
And like when they're doing the adaptation, like it makes sense that you could have an incredibly diverse cast, and they do. I don't think there was any major pushback from that one though.
Not really. Everyone's it's a pretty diverse cast. The Harkonnens are supposed to be very white because their planet is like very polluted, and they're supposed to look kind of sickly. So the bald, white, gray look comes off well on that.
Right.
Except the Harkonnens are also supposed to be like gingers.
Hey, breaking news. Cowboy Bebop has officially been canceled by Netflix after one season.
Fucking murdered that show.
Yep. That was based off an anime.
Yeah. The anime is super good if you guys haven't seen that.
Yeah, the anime is amazing.
So like, how could it be so bad though?
Anime does not translate well to live action.
No, you see, that's the thing. That's where like some mediums you just can't do it. Like if they made it like a live action One Piece, it would not work.
I mean, the only like Evangelion would do good as a live action because like Pacific Rim did well and Godzilla has done well. I think maybe Evangelion might do well. Like it's just like the people that make these shows and movies don't understand the core, like why the shows were successful. It was the animation.
Yeah, and either the animation or the world that it's it feels like you want to inhabit it. So geez, though the biggest fuck up animated live action that I recall is definitely Attack on Titan.
Not Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, Attack on Titan was Avatar: The Last Airbender. Credit where credit's due. It's watchable. I could sit through that from start to finish. I wouldn't like it, but I could sit through it. Attack on Titan, I quit about.
What
10
was the whole
in.
thing with like Mikasa just like being like dead brainwashed by Levi? They were like fucking
like you said, they don't understand it.
Yeah, they don't understand. That was a Japanese production, so it's not like a Europeanization or something or a white people thing. It's just like that. That's Matt. That's a really interesting point. I kind of wanted to talk about today. What I fear for like streaming is that first and foremost, TV shows back in the day when streaming was still pretty new. It was extremely, extremely rare for a show to become popular or even become successful. It's like low as like 5 or 18%.
Yeah,
like it's slim. So like when they have a hit, they have a hit. So like, but when they have a dud and they have like one or a half a season or something, it just disappears and no one talks about it.
Yeah.
But when you create Cowboy Bebop on Netflix, it's there.
Yeah. It's
forever.
It's written in pen. They keep those shows up forever.
So I think like Netflix and Amazon, like with Wheel of Time and stuff like that, and like streaming services, they're going to have a lot of their content and like TV shows are just going to be one season duds.
Yeah, that's what's. I think that I predict that with the Halo series that's coming out. I feel like that's because the hype of that is like, okay, we've seen a fair few of these live action Halo like series. Like there was like the YouTube series that they did about the Marines that were training, and then all of a sudden the Covenant approached the base and actually tried to take over. But I feel like this new show
Forward Until Dawn.
Yes, that's what it is.
That was a good one though.
That was good. That was very good.
The game actually, it was just set in the game world. They were able to make their own story.
Right.
Sorry, I have a comment on that. But go ahead.
But I was just gonna say that with this show coming out, there's a lot of hype. A lot of people are excited about. All the fans of Halo want to watch it, but we've seen this in the past. A one season dud is gonna happen because these guys are gonna want to do what the fans want. They're not gonna be like, oh hey, let's create the story based on what we have for facts. No, we're gonna say, hey, do you want to see a grunt become a brute? Okay, yeah. No, he'll turn into a brute. Oh hey, you want the flood in there? Is that what you want the flood, right? Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna write it. Hold on, let me write it. Wait, what else do you want in there?
The flood alone is worth the trip.
How about we have?
How
about we have a sexy female brute?
Can we get?
Yeah.
Cortana wants to bang John 199. All the other Spartans was to bang 19. It's John 117.
Oh my God.
And he wants to turn him into John 69.
Just
but
say,
they're
Spartan
all related.
117.
It's the spotlight.
Sexy lady grunts.
Sexy lady grunts.
Oh my God.
So, I do have a comment on that.
Got it.
I think the shows based on games and movies based on games, where they would succeed and do well is make the movies and characters in that universe, but don't rely on the main characters. Like Forward Until Dawn. Okay, some Halo fans weren't happy with there wasn't a lot of action, but the characters were epic, and Master Chief does make an appearance. Yeah, it's a small appearance, but makes an appearance. Use the universe and the lore, but make new characters. Red versus Blue is an excellent Halo story.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the games. It's just in the universe. Everything that has happened is in the games that the fans love is background noise.
What about Doom?
Doom?
Doom.
Well, Doom is kind of hard because it all revolves around one character. There's not a whole bit
there's no story. You are a big guy shooting demons with a shotgun while Meadow plays in the background.
There's not a lot for character development there.
Played by The Rock.
I kind of like the Doom movie. It's just it's not a good Doom adaptation. I think it's a good movie though.
Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and speaking of that, the Last of Us series, The Last of Us, based on the games.
Yeah.
They have the show coming out, and from what it looks like here, Nick, this is from IGN. Nick Offerman joins HBO's The Last of Us cast.
Interesting.
Okay.
If
Which
you don't,
Nick Offerman again?
He's like Ron Swanson.
Really?
Yeah. With the mustache.
He would be a good villain.
Like that much.
Yeah. He was in something else. He was in the show Devs. That was only for one season. He was really good in that.
He's in a lot of things.
Yeah. I would be excited. I'm excited for the stream, these new streaming shows. I'm excited for Halo. I think that would be a good show to see, especially to see what they do with the Covenant. But I feel like streaming services have such fucking boring shows sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You think they're gonna implode with the Lord of the Rings show?
Yeah. This is gonna have Man in the High Castle syndrome, where the first season at best is very interesting. It's a compelling, maybe not that exciting, but very compelling, interesting characters, interesting settings, but just fucking gets boring as shit.
I feel like they're gonna just go too much into the drama. They're not gonna go into the actual lore.
Well, Game of Thrones had a ton of drama.
For the
first season, it was all drama. Basically. But every episode had someone die in it, and the dialogue made up for it too.
Right.
So a lot of things came together with something like Game of Thrones: the actors, the dialogue, the writing, etc. The sets. I could go on. I did see a take that was kind of interesting about why the last season, maybe even 2 seasons, was so dissonant from the previous seasons. And this person put forward that it was a psychological drama rather than a sociological drama. So a sociological drama is okay, the people are in this system and they are reacting around the system and making decisions around that versus in their environment, versus the psychological, which is the drama is based on their own inner turmoil and their inner. So the first, this person basically put it, the first seasons were okay, they're in this horrible medieval fantasy world and they're, and a war, and they're reacting to that situation versus the last season was like Daenerys is having this inner like, you know, turmoil, and she's reacting to that entirely. And which I don't know, you could, I haven't completely parsed it out whether or not that's a, you know, solid argument.
I think it's a lot of we've also become accustomed to psychological dramas as well, because look how many like NCISs we have.
Oh God, please don't they need to stop. I'm sorry, but all the same shit. It's all the same shit.
It needs to stop. I think also a lot of shows don't really know how to do mystery. Like Wheel of Time, they don't really spell anything out for you, you know? Everything, you know, but it just gets frustrating. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I don't know why. Like, there's these guys dressed in white that are hunting down the women that can do magic. I don't know why. I don't know where the borders are. I've only seen like 2 towns, and they were shitty. Both of them basically got ransacked, and there are no borders. There doesn't seem to be any kind of government. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
They have this vast magical world, but they didn't do any world building for you.
Yeah, like there's a city and there's no farmland whatsoever. Like, I have no idea what's going on. But like with Game of Thrones, like they set up the White Walkers perfectly as a mystery. They didn't explain anything. They're just there. You know,
made it bare minimum. They kept it the bare minimum just so that we
bare minimum. But that was fine though.
Yeah, and that also relates to why, you know, it's kind of a good thing that we, you know, rarely show the particular characters or sections, because if like, okay, a good example of this is Godzilla, the first Godzilla movie that came out in 2014. You know, they barely showed him in the beginning. No one. You know, the whole thing was based off this Marine. It kind of like, you know, you want to know what the hell is going on and what he's really like, but at the same time, you know, you want to be surprised. So I feel like I think I could see them pulling that with these kind of shows on these new series, but at the same time, though, the execution is key. Now, they have been failing that, and everything the last few things I've been watching, it's just been failing.
Also, thank you for bringing that up, Matt. I think Godzilla 2014 gets too much hate. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really good movie. I think because like the original Godzilla was from the 1955,
4 maybe?
55, 54. It's supposed to be an allegory for
the bombing Hiroshima.
Nuclear holocaust, basically. You know, coming back and biting us in the ass. And this 2014 Godzilla is a showcase of nature uncontrolled.
Right. It's a new base. It's like a whole new base.
I took him as climate change, because he's a environmental disaster. Mm-hmm. He doesn't just come up on land and destroy cities. He's bringing tidal waves and just moving through. He doesn't give a shit about anything. He's just doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that resonates really well with modern audiences. And the roar.
So,
the new roar is fantastic.
Remember the first teaser trailer that came out?
Oh my! Dude, I remember that. I sent it to you. I remember this. Oh my god!
So that voiceover you hear is, I forget the guy's name. I'm a terrible student of history, but he was one of the, head researchers, scientists on the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
And he had a passion for Hindu poems and scripture and stuff, and so. That's like an actual record, like after they had like tested the atomic bomb and everything, and he was talking about that in an interview. So like when he's like talking about like, I remembered the poem where I have become, you know, the 6-armed god of destruction. That's an actual interview of him talking about the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
And then it's cuts in with Godzilla's roar, and then I still get chills just thinking about it.
When the first atomic bomb was tested and set to drop, one of the scientists turned to one of the this is like one of those quotes that no one can describe to who said it, but he turned to another scientist and said, "Science now has known sin," which is a powerful saying. It's the atomic age just opened up the world of monsters, and one of my favorite things from Godzilla 2014 was when CinemaSins did it. You know, they're like, I've never seen them like take away sins, and then the Godzilla roars and they take away like 15, and then he does like the atomic breath into the Muto, and they take away like
where he just like he like rips up with the mouth. He's just like,
yeah. Oh, such a good movie.
Also, the end. I love the ending. Whenever he just like gets out, he's like in a deep ass sleep in the middle of the city. They think he's dead. They're like, oh, our hero. You know, he sacrificed so much. Also, he just gets up and just swims away.
Yeah, it's just like what would you do if like Godzilla was real? I would just be like, that's my god. That's who I'm worshiping now.
Like, yeah, I don't like. First of all, I don't live near the coast, so like, I don't know. Yeah, so there are currently animals that exist that I am frightened to live on the same planet as.
And some of them aren't even bigger than my hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My biggest fear is sharks. It's
a big deep ocean when you can't see anything below you and you know that something to be bigger than the fucking ocean itself.
Thalassophobia. Yeah. I have it hard. Yeah,
I do too.
My like absolute greatest fear is I'll be swimming in a pool and I'll go under and then I come back up and I'll find myself in the middle of the ocean, like in an SCP universe, like the pool that just transports you in the middle of the ocean.
I feel you, dude. Remember? Do you guys remember back in the day when our high school used to have like the open swim on Fridays and you could just like go and swim for like an hour or two, whatever it was? Do you remember
didn't have that? Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, like, we were young, but they had it at our high school. But I remember, like, one of my biggest fears was I would go in the water and I'd be afraid that out of some odd chance that there would actually be a shark at the bottom of the pool.
It's a glass shark.
And then after I saw the movie Sand Shark, I started to believe that freaking theory. I was like, this shit can actually happen.
I've watched River Monsters, and I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm
the
going
stingray,
to
the stingray, the monster stingray that's like literally 10 feet across.
We visited our uncle down in Florida, and we're hanging out, we're talking, and he goes, and there's like this big like channel in the back.
Yeah, so he's got a canal like 5 feet from his porch.
Yeah, and he's like, don't go in there. There are alligators in there. I'm like, what? Yeah, so come up here. I'm like,
I've been in that water for 30 minutes.
Yeah, they apparently have a ginormous alligator that swims by all the time, and they call him Big Head. I'm like, apparently, so apparently anything in Florida that's not you wants to kill you,
including the people.
Yeah, so yeah, so we were talking about happy fun time Christmas stuff.
No, we weren't. We didn't start this with happy fun time Christmas.
I didn't even know this was gonna be a Christmas themed. I thought we were just going into it as like, oh hey, we're getting close to that time of year.
Everything can be Christmas themed if you really think like
we just said that to bring in the tourists. But do you guys want to hear my Christmas themed multiverse matchup for this week?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. It's time for multiverse matchup. I'm working on the theme song. Okay, it's Christmas, so this year, the multiverse matchup is the Grinch, the Jim Carrey version. Christmas Eve is trying to rob the house of Kevin McAllister.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna say there's one. So like, I don't know. There's one object in the attic that the Grinch has to get from Kevin McAllister.
In the attic or the main house, because he has to come down through the chimney. You can just break it through the.
So okay, so he's got so somewhere in the house is an object the Grinch has to steal. He has to steal the angel from the tree. He doesn't know where it is. Okay. Let's say he's got to go into this house and steal it. Kevin McAllister knows he's coming. He's got a full day of prep. Who takes it?
Oh, I already know. I have a good reason too.
I have to think on this. Matt, you can go.
Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, Kevin McAllister is going to win this because one, the Grinch has a big heart for children. He like, you know, with Cindy Lou Who, he.
Well, this is before he's got a small heart this time.
Yeah,
around.
This is small heart.
What is it? Even then, when he had a small heart, when he was up on the freaking rafters, and then all of a sudden the girl falls through the thing, and he pulls her up. He pulls her up.
So he won't kill children. That doesn't mean that he likes children or won't harm them.
Won't steal from them either.
That's stupid. So you're telling me we have to go into specifics with this Grinch? It has to be the short, small-hearted Grinch.
You're talking about a Grinch who literally broke into every house in Whoville and stole from specifically.
Did he hit a kid? Did he hit a kid?
He would hit a kid. This is it.
Did Marvin and Harry hit a kid?
They were gonna bite off his fingers and then do everything.
Yeah, basically.
So you guys were obviously not paying attention. You did not read the syllabus. So the thing is, the Grinch isn't trying to hurt or harm
Kevin McAllister. He's just trying to steal something from the house, and the house is full of traps.
Yeah. So
okay, then the Grinch, 100%.
It's not who's going to like kill the one person or the other. It's whoever is going. It's like is Kevin McAllister going to defeat the Grinch, or is the Grinch going to be able to steal the object?
Will Kevin McAllister? Is there a time? Will Kevin McAllister just have to survive until like his parents come home, or is it just like until the Grinch gives up? Is there a time limit on this? Because I feel like the Grinch is kind of like a mythical figure because he can take a lot of damage, and he's much stronger than the average person. So I feel like he can take a lot more damage than Harry and Marv would do. So is there a time limit on this?
I'm gonna say there is a long? Let's say dawn. I mean, that seems like a really long time.
Well, I mean,
midnight. Go until midnight. Go until midnight.
11 o'clock though. So it's not like he has to survive for like 16 hours.
So let's say the Grinch shows up at 9 o'clock and the police are going to show up at midnight and arrest the Grinch.
So he's about three hours.
Yeah.
Does he have his sleigh at max?
He's got all the stuff that he had at his disposal. He has all the he comes down from Mount Crumpet. He had all the stuff he had at his disposal, but he doesn't have.
I'm thinking about this really hard. I'm sorry, but
it's okay.
But Harry and Marv had to go through the doors, like the front doors, the windows, and stuff. He can go down the chimney.
Right. But
so
like I said,
does Kevin McAllister know he can go down the chimney?
Yes.
Okay.
Kevin McAllister knows all of his possible points of ingress.
I'm gonna give it to Kevin McAllister simply because the Grinch has done this before, and he would just assume it's just like a regular house, and just go right into the rat's nest.
Right, because the Grinch, the Grinch, he's very strong and smarter than Harry and Marv, but I think he would definitely fall for all those traps.
But he also sneaks. He's a very good sneak, though.
Yeah, but he was sneaking while they were asleep and assumed that he was Santa and would go back to sleep. Kevin knows he's coming, so if he hears him on the roof, he knows that's the Grinch. Like, he's not going to sleep.
Okay. All right.
Also, I would also say that the chimney is a great choke point because he has been shown to get stuck at least a couple times.
Yeah.
So if
Kevin's got to have some sort of clever trap for him.
Fire.
Kevin McAllister's a straight up sociopath.
Yeah. He his spare time he's like pulling legs off of spiders or shit.
So last week, Matt knows this. Last week, my fiance and I, we sat down, we watched a Christmas movie, we watched Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. So the first movie, I get it. They're coming to his home. Kevin McAllister has to defend himself, right?
Yeah.
The second movie,
they're just trying to kill him.
He tortured those guys for no reason.
Well, they were trying to kill him, basically. They were trying to get him.
There's a cop on every corner in New York City.
Yeah, it's New York City.
He lured them to a house just so he could torture them.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I also want to talk about the new Home Alone. I want to shit on that. If anybody got enjoyment out of that, I'm going to ruin it for you. But I'm going to stick with Kevin McAllister. I feel like he had less than a day to prep for Harry and Marv, two human beings, and he gets a full 24 hours before the Grinch comes. But I think it would be a close one because Kevin is still a child. He needs to sleep and he needs to eat. And if he has to prep for 24 full hours, he's going to be exhausted. Excuse me.
I'm going to give it to the Grinch because I think that his superhuman abilities and his garbage tech is just going to be too good.
But the thing is, we also haven't seen how durable he is.
Yeah.
He's probably very durable and very strong when he got his heart fullized. But this is still a small-hearted Grinch.
True. I mean, he's still very agile and very strong, stronger than a normal human as we saw.
Yeah. So, can he take a can of paint directly to the face.
I guess we'll find
He takes
out.
a cat to the face like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same cat. Speaking of sociopaths, they followed him across the whole city.
Kevin McAllister has a launcher that shoots the cat.
He also
That would be a good setup. Like he's like finding stray cats. And, like,
he also was a crash dummy, so technically he could take pain.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
He's like airbags a little slow, but that's what these tests are for.
So he got up to at least about 60 to 70 miles an hour and crashed.
It's the
directly into the wall.
jubilation. Tomorrow's
And then
Christmas.
he was able to regenerate less than an hour later.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Huh.
But the question is not can Kevin destroy him, is can Kevin keep him distracted and trapped for
What? Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you're a normal person and can't regenerate, and you step on some glass, and you step on a nail or burn your hand, you're gonna be kind of, you know.
honestly, like we don't even have to make it that the Grinch is trying to steal a single thing. We just have to make it that he's trying to steal all the stuff from Kevin's house.
Well, he would need to get rid of Kevin first.
Yeah.
You also got Max. You also got to remember he has Max as well.
Max is not gonna let him kill a child.
No,
Max
but to
Max
steal
is-
the object,
This
I
is a
think.
this is a
non-violent.
non-lethal scenario.
I will.
I'm saying, but I'm
One thing
saying,
for the Grinch, he took a red hot bolt, and he took a red hot bolt and he was able to cool it down in his mouth. He apparently has very little to no effect on him.
Okay, yeah.
all right, ask him. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Olivia. Yeah, Yami and Olivia, thank you. This is who would win for my multiverse matchup. It's the Grinch is trying to steal Christmas from Kevin McAllister's house. So it's Kevin
Oh
McAllister
my
versus
gosh.
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
It's the
Please let us know. I got it.
jubilation.
You know what? I changed my vote. I don't think Kevin McAllister would be able to get this out because in the movie he's going up against 2 human beings who would take a pink into the face.
Hold on.
And it would take him out for like at least a couple minutes to deal with that concussion. The Grinch would probably just be like, "That hurt. Okay."
You also got to think about the dynamic here for a second. Also, we got 2 different worlds. You got a real world and you got a cartoony world. You got the Grinch, who is in a cartoony world. He can make anything happen at this point. Whereas Kevin McAllister is very limited on what he has. He's home alone, can order pizza,
Right.
fear off some robbers, but that's all he has. So I think the Grinch is going to take this one automatically. So
I think automatically Grinch is gonna clutch it because Kevin McAllister's going based off of human beings, and the Grinch could took a crash test dummy like a champ.
True.
pucker up and kiss it, Whoville.
Yeah, he was also able to pretty much bring chaos to an entire city, evade the cops, and
He's like the cops.
leave.
The cops are goofy in that one, man.
The one cop. They only have like one cop.
So okay, so you guys are both saying Grinch.
I'm saying Grinch.
Grinch, 100%.
All right. Well, I will put it to the people and let you guys know what the result is.
Awesome.
Just as a thought experiment, as I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
What if you just you got Kevin McAllister in like one of those like traps you have for raccoons or something. You take them up to the Grinch's cave and you just release them and let them go for a month, and then wait for the Grinch to come home a month later. Who wins?
Here's one. All of like the Kevin McAllister, every kid from the Home Alone series working together in like a mansion.
Oh,
But they
God.
they kick out the kid from the new Home Alone because he sucks.
Oh, Yami says, does Kevin have a gun, though?
I
He
said
has his BB gun.
no, he has a BB gun, but this is a non-lethal situation. Neither of them have or are going to do
All right.
anything that results in death.
Break down the scenario again. Let's go ahead and break down the scenario for
this
these
is
people.
Science.
Okay. So here's the scenario that the Grinch is going to show up to Kevin's house at 9:00 at night. The police are going to arrive at midnight and arrest the Grinch if he's still there. Just so that's the time limit. The Grinch is trying to steal everything from Kevin's house. Kevin is trying to stop him, and a la Home Alone. with the traps and everything he has at his disposal. The Grinch has to go in physically, though. He doesn't have that vacuum.
I would say he has the vacuum, and it's because he can rob Christmas in a house in like less than 5 or 6 minutes. So like the traps, it's Kevin McAllister not just like trying to keep him defeated, he's trying to keep him there.
True.
Trying to like sabotage things.
Okay, but like I said, Kevin McAllister has 24 hours of prep, and he knows the Grinch's methods, basically.
Okay.
So he knows what's gonna happen, like what's gonna.
Oh,
the Grinch is gonna try.
Is the tarantula involved?
Yes, Kevin has everything he had at his original house at his disposal. Thanks, Ruth. I don't know what that means, but
thank you.
I'm gonna go with it. That says the Grinch. I think he said the Grinch. That's what it sounds like.
I'm still going with the Grinch because
Grinch.
I think because Kevin McAllister's just one kid, and I think the Grinch has robbed at least 100 houses and just got out of there in less than 12 hours.
True.
Actually, sunrise on Christmas Day from midnight when Santa Claus is there.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Jim Carrey Grinch.
Jim Carrey.
So from when Santa Claus is there at midnight to dawn, which is 6 to 7 hours, he was able to go from house to house in Whoville, which appeared to be about.
But like you said, everyone was asleep, and none of them have laid death traps for him.
Yes, but still, he can clear out a house, basically a ground floor in 10 minutes, 20 minutes, less than that. So time is not on his side, not on Kevin McAllister's side. It's about him trying to delay the Grinch, and I think the Grinch would only be able to get it done. He would have to keep him out of the.
Yami thinks Kevin.
Yami thinks Kevin. Oh, that's
Kevin has to
interesting.
keep the Grinch out of the main floor, though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got to keep him out of the main floor, so he's got to push him from the either into the attic with the traps or the basement.
Or he just like has traps every single layer, like he does on. Yeah.
But the Grinch is so fast. He's able to sneak and slunk to the icebox and everything. So it's about keeping him away from the Christmas stuff.
You also have the neighbor's house, also where when Kevin McAllister goes to the neighbor's house that's flooded with the water. He also has that as a field advantage as well. I mean, he could technically move that. He can the object that he's protecting be moved?
I would say he's trying to steal Christmas. Yeah. Basically everything on the ground floor, which is the tree, the decorations, the food, the fridge,
that was the that I changed it from he was trying to steal a single object to he's trying to just steal the Christmas stuff from the McAllister house.
Which you can do very quickly. It's about Kevin just keeping him busy, because at a certain point the Grinch is going to start getting fed up, kind of like Harry and Marvin, just be like, "Get away from me, kid."
Just arrest me now. It's over.
Kids today so desensitized by movies, television, cereal boxes.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with the Grinch, but I think it would be a close one. I don't think Kevin would give up Christmas without a fight, but I think it's close.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
I believe you. I hate you.
It's Kevin McAllister. Is becoming Kevin McAllister.
He's much too talented on these movies. That is for the Grinch.
Check us out on TikTok. My brother will be putting that vote up, and we'll see who wins.
Lol, it should be more. Can the Grinch survive?
He can. He did the crash dummy thing, and he was just like.
Yeah, his endurance. We're saying that he has above average human strength and endurance. We also has a regenerative property, because he basically did that crash test dummy thing and basically break a lot of bones and then got back up from it and started working again.
And like you said, he put a red hot rivet into his mouth with no ill effects.
And just cooled
it
down. and has termites living inside of his mouth.
So it's that movie took that song quite literally.
Also, he can be around radioactive and hazardous materials with also no ill effects.
What is he? What is this creature?
If he was a Pokemon, he'd be fairy type, just ill-defined and terribly placed.
He'd be a what?
He's not more of a who. He's more of a what who. Yeah.
Exactly, honey.
Yes. But check that out and give it give us your vote and see what happens.
All right.
That
was
a long one.
Yeah, I got some good feedback on these things though.
Yeah.
BT Dubs. So the just so you guys know, the Headless Horseman versus Jason, it was 50-50, like completely split down the middle after when the voting was closed. But last week someone went and voted for Headless Horseman, so he's got a 1 vote advantage.
I knew
That
it.
is bullshit.
I knew it.
That is absolute.
Don't worry,
No, wait, the vote's over. That one's over.
Wait.
Exactly. Yeah, they're both going.
Jarrett, no.
Going to March Madness.
They're both going to March Madness.
Yes.
How many more do we have for March Madness?
I think I did like 4 of them, so I'm gonna get as many done as I can before March. So I'm hoping there's gonna
You kept
be
track of them, right?
What was that?
You kept track of all of them, right? So that we know which
yeah.
ones are going to be in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then March Madness is going to be interesting because my idea is basically I'm just going to put all these people together. So it's going to be like, I don't know, Mewtwo versus Kevin McAllister. So like,
but it has to be like,
oh my god!
In those scenarios, it has to be like a little bit different. Like Mewtwo has like kind of like.
I know what it could be.
Mewtwo, if Mewtwo had to break into Kevin McAllister's house,
I got the scene. I got the scene.
Like erased out of existence. And
I got the scene. I got the scene right here, guys. The Mewtwo versus Kevin McAllister. Okay, so you know that scene in the Pokemon movie when Ash collides or runs into the middle of the Mew and Mewtwo bash? It's Kevin.
Yeah.
It's Kevin. It's not Ash. It's just Kevin.
Or maybe you should give Kevin McAllister a Pokemon team based off his personality, and then see how he would do.
That's true. Okay, so
yeah, just like based off of his personality, like and what he would use in the Pokemon world, that's his team. Standard level, like they're all 50. Versus a level 70 to 80 Mewtwo, and then everyone votes to see how it would do.
Okay, well,
I love these things. These are making it fun.
I know. So the only rules with these multiverse matchups is that I'm God. I get to decide what the rules are. It's entirely arbitrary.
He just called himself a god. He just called himself a god.
Okay, first of all, we just changed the entirety of this of this battle just by influencing you. So I guess I would be.
We're like a city council. We're literally a council.
You're like a priest. Speak, priest.
I'm like one of those angels that's like a wheel of eyes and like angel wings that people forget is in the Bible.
I'm the guy in the back of that painting.
Poster, like I got a realistic angel for my tree this year. It's just like a ball of eyes and wings.
I'm just
not afraid. No, be very afraid.
In the painting, The Last Supper, I'm just that guy in the back with a plate of food just waiting. It's like,
can I be Judas? He has a lot more fun.
Yeah.
He's got more character development. Anyway, get off of that guy. That's not Christmas. That's Easter.
Oh, can I have a suggestion for one of them?
Okay.
Captain Ahab versus Nessie.
Whoa, I like that one.
He has his crew and everything, but Nessie has ground advantage.
That's a very obscure.
He comes up with a bagpipe. He's got the power.
His peg leg is a bagpipe.
I'm gonna put it down anyway and maybe work with that a little bit. But,
oh shit.
So yeah, that was check out the that on TikTok, Area Nerdy One. So
and vote. We have other votes on there as well at random times, and of course we upload videos semi-weekly or at least weekly. Give those a check and a like and a share.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
I think we basically covered everything I want to talk about.
Okay. All right. Tons of Star Wars stuff came out. We didn't really talk about that, but we don't really have time now. Maybe we'll next time.
Yeah, and, Star Wars Christmas special.
The actual special.
The Star Wars. Oh, can we all coordinate and get white robes and wear those?
Can we not? Because that sounds a little racist.
We're not wearing any hoods. We're just wearing the robes for Life Day.
I can't see shit out of this thing.
I'm not getting canceled for the next 3 to 5 years because of this.
Well,
video.
we're gonna be canceled because of him. He's the one that said white cloaks.
Okay.
White robes.
Enough. Anyway, so
I can't see shit out of this thing.
I'm gonna be watching Book of Boba Fett. That's gonna be my plan while you guys are doing whatever it is you're doing.
When does that come out again?
The Game Awards happened. Anyone watch that or talk about it? I came in late. We haven't. I haven't.
Hold on.
Game Awards.
I got you.
You know, the thing about the Game Awards is, I'm not a very avid gamer, so I don't. Every time they come up with a Game Award, I'm like,
Among Us coming to VR.
I haven't played a lot of them.
Yeah. So
I don't. It Takes Two. I've seen a lot of people play that. People love that.
yeah. So Game of the Year was It Takes Two was the winner. So a lot, like I said, we're not like super into Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. That seems like it was great.
Yeah,
Well,
the animation was really good.
What I'm really into the Game Awards for this year is seeing all of the trailers and teasers coming out. I can say there were a couple that really interest me. Definitely the Star Wars Eclipse faux show.
I do see that Resident Evil Village was nominated a lot.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good game. I just didn't think it was as good as Biohazard.
Yeah, and let's see. So we've been keeping up on it mostly for the trailers.
Yeah.
Do you have any? If you have any opinions on who should have won or shouldn't have won,
Yeah.
that would be incredibly helpful.
Yeah, we kind of for gaming, we kind of take it from the angle that we're not all avid gamers. We do like games and we're very interested in them, but we kind of have our own little niches that we'd like to play.
Mm-hmm.
We wish we could just be like one of those full-time gamers and just get paid to play all day, but
Right.
Unfortunately, work.
Yeah, so
Work is
I'm more
tough.
of a strategy gamer. I enjoy things like Total War and Civilization. So I was really
Yeah.
pleased with Civilization.
I like Stronghold
War.
Crusader. That's a good game too.
Yeah.
I really like Warhammer 2. I got into this. Do you guys have Warhammer 2?
Yes,
Can you play it on your computer?
I could. Yeah, I can play it.
Oh, you guys should play Warhammer 2.
I was gonna say if he can play Halo, he can play Warhammer.
Yeah, I could. Also, I downloaded. I finally got Reach to start playing on my computer. So I can play
Yay! Let's do that.
Can you have bots on your multiplayer?
No, you
No.
only could do. We could do a free for all though, or you two can get up on me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but I always thought even if you play alone, you can't have bots, right?
No, there's nothing there. You just go out on an
That's
empty
so
map. It's
stupid.
literally by yourself. That's all it is.
That's why I got. That's what I kind of got a lot. I got Battlefield 1, the World War I battle game.
Yeah.
So I could play against the bots and multiplayer, and there's nothing. Nobody's there. So I was like, okay, well, let me play against bots. No option. So I just bought this fucking game for no reason.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I finally got access to this Chuck E. Cheese, and nobody's there.
I'm just sitting in the ball pit,
Yeah.
by myself.
This is great.
Yay!
So-
Basket!
To answer
Yay!
your-
Basket!
to answer your question- To answer your question, we have been watching the Game Awards.
Yeah.
We haven't been 100% following who's been winning from this past year. This past year has not been, in my opinion, super fantastic for games. to begin with.
Nah, it's been very dead. Well, also with the shortage of computer parts, and also on top of that, the fact that no one can get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X at all. It's just, what's the fucking point, And at the same time, but PC is starting to become the superior gaming
What do
console.
you mean starting to? It's dead.
I know that's what I mean, but that's the thing is that if you already have a pre-built PC or like I do, I don't have anything custom at all. It's like, you know what, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm less interested in the gaming awards this year for what came this last year than for what is going to come out.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited because I do like to see what there is. It's kind of like watching the Oscars. There's a lot of movies, and I understand why they're good, but there's no way I'm going to see any of them, really. It's just it seems like a little bit too niche, and they're all going to be sold for $60, and I just really can't.
If it doesn't have Transformers and explosions, I'm not going to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I am excited for Star Wars Eclipse. I think that looks really good. Whether or not it's going to be
I'm confused about that one though.
Yeah.
Like I watched the trailer with Jimmy yesterday, and I was like, it was cool seeing little characters here and there, but it's like, what's going on? Like, there's nothing here that's describing anything.
I have a theory. You want to hear my theory?
I would love to.
I think all the characters that we've seen are flashbacks, to characters, and the main story is going to be the Republic using old ships, like the droid ships and stuff, repurpose them to fight the Yuuzhan Vong immediately after the Galactic Civil War.
Well, the trailer says it's during the High Republic era, so I have to disagree.
Shit.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And I do think that the Yuuzhan Vong are going to come, because that guy in the trailer is Yuuzhan Vong. And so I think they're going to be involved. I think it's probably going to be like a Knights of the Old Republic style game.
Hell yeah. Well, they are making a remake of that one too, the first one. I can't wait for that.
That's what I think they should do at this point. Remaster old games, give them really good graphics, include more content, and then re-release them. Like Knights of the Old Republic, instead of that blocky Wizard 101 graphics.
But not like they did with Skyrim, where they just added fucking fishing that nobody gives a shit about, and it's badly mechanical.
Yeah, give me a revamped Civil War quest line.
Right.
That would be nice.
True, Matt. PC gaming has been pretty dominant, especially after nobody could get the new consoles. In fact, you can play stuff decently well with the recent Ryzen G processors without a graphics card. Yep, I saw something about that too. That is pretty insane.
Yeah. I got just a little zippy Ryzen 5 for work and school, but it's playing my games pretty admirably. I can't have all the Warhammer games on my computer at once, but it's what I can play. It's quite good. Yeah.
And I really like that the average person, their work computer can't be their game computer. I mean, Jimmy can't, have everything in the world on it, which is fine. Most computers are just used for actual stuff like work and business and stuff. So I do like that. I also think, me personally, PC gaming is more accessible because you can take it places, and it doesn't.
Also, you got Steam, which is one of the cheapest game buying storage you can have. Because how many times does our games go on sale? All these games go on sale almost every week. If you put it in your wish list on Steam, it'll let you know whether or not it's on sale or not, and you can get it cheaper.
Yeah. Also, I didn't know this, but they have free games on there too. They
have a lot of good stuff. That's Halo Infinite is one of those things that's on there, and also Team Fortress, and there's a couple other ones. Destiny 2.
Yeah,
if you're into that, I played that for a little bit with the Xbox, but I got really bored because it was all just repetitive
Halo
to me.
Knockoff.
Same company.
Yeah. I just want to get into Halo real quick. I kind of just don't like the thing about their games is that they're just kind of dancing around the fact that you're just going to be playing against the Covenant. The enemies are just the Covenant. Different flavors of the Covenant now.
Bring back the Flood. Bring back the Flood.
Yeah, the Covenant was such a good adversary. They made sense, and they were interesting. They're not gonna recreate the Covenant.
No.
I guess they could just bring back the Flood, but I know the Forerunner tech, what were they called? Guardians and stuff. They were exactly, the best adversaries. They're very bland as far as fighting was concerned. Yami says Epic Game Store has been a huge thing for free games. This week you get Godfall for free. Those on early on for the PS5 titles. Yeah, Epic Games is really good. I also got Fortnite from that one, and
you get Gears of War off that too.
Really?
Yeah, that's an Epic Games brand.
Yeah, PC gaming. I mean, for the 5, how much does a PS5 cost?
Oh,
$500.
Like $500.
See,
Yeah.
but do you
It's
notice
like-
that it was not like that when PS4 was out? I think it was like
It was like $300.
$300. Yeah, and now it's crazy.
I was working at the retail chains that remain nameless. Let's just call it Best Buy.
Wow.
Let's call it Radio Shack.
Let's call it,
Best Buy.
Target and Best Buy was where I was working when the console wars were in full swing and these things came out, and they were like $400 a pop, sometimes up to $500 depending on if it had like the package deals, etc. So it's pretty comparable. The thing with the gaming consoles is like it's ready to go. Anyone can buy it. It's ready to go. It's going to play everything you want right out of the box. Versus the games with versus PCs, which are you have to generally either buy it separately or it comes all built in one. But it's much more expensive generally for the same thing. And it's upgradable. It tends to be higher quality and better gaming, but
I also think it has
expensive.
a better resale value.
Oh yeah,
in my own opinion. Also, I think it's better because like I use a gaming laptop because I needed something to work on as I travel sometimes. And if I want to game, I can game wherever I want. Like I can't do that with a PS5 or a PlayStation.
right.
That's the same thing. Xbox One or whatever. So if I wanted to go like on a trip somewhere and I was staying at a hotel room, I was like, I don't want to watch TV, I don't want to stream. I'll play, Fallout 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll your eyes at me again, you bitch.
I knew he was going to say
You
that. I knew he was.
bastard.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's my game of choice.
I know.
I like playing it.
I know.
But like, PC gaming is just like, it's not the best quality. And obviously, I'm not seeing every follicle of hair on Skaven's asshole. But you know what? I
apparently one game I want to play is Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Spider-Man.
please
I want those two
don't.
games.
Please, no. Ghost of Tsushima, no. Absolutely not.
Okay, according to literally everyone else who's ever played it, I should.
No.
But apparently on the PS5 version, I was like, is it really that good? And my coworker who's played it on the PS5 is like, it's immaculate. Like, it's
I'm out of
like
it.
I get that, but like I just enjoy PC gaming better. I for me personally, I'm very much of the opinion that what I like is not always transferable, unfortunately. So like PC gaming is where I need to be at because I can't have like expensive setups.
exactly.
I'm not rich, not a rich bitch.
Baller on a budget.
Baller on a budget. Got
Alright.
rolls of nickels.
All right, so we are running up on time here. Is there
Yeah.
anything else you guys want to touch on before we wrap up?
Mess a bitch. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay. All right. Let's end right now. Let's.
Fine.
No. Don't actually though.
Don't actually do it. Don't actually do it. We have to actually sign off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let's sign off, guys. Sign off.
Anyway, we would like to say thank you to the Big Nerd Coffee Company for sponsoring our show. They're the best partners we could have. They keep this Area Nerdy One compound awake in the mornings because we got rid of our espresso machine because I may have shot it full of methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Couple
Okay.
times.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and thank you guys, everybody who is in the chat. Thank you, Yami Genesis, who wins the trophy for the most chats tonight.
Yes.
If you want to shout out, just throw something up in the chat. Let us know we're doing an awesome job.
And if you guys have any questions for us that you'd like us to answer on the show, please send it through our Instagram or Facebook, and we'll shout it out. Give us the name you prefer and your preferred pronouns if you'd like, and we will answer your questions. And then thank you, Olivia, for voting for Team Grinch.
And thank you, Ruth. And those are the top 3 most chatted people. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. This has been Jimmy.
This has been Jarrett.
And this has been Matt.